just do it. Just do it. You just do it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So we're here at the Flight Center with Men2Boys. We're having an amazing event. Thank you to everybody that came out and supported. We got the king here, the host, the one who put it all together, interviewing everybody. And so if you could please tell us what this event is about. He can say it much better than I can, so please.
All right, he's giving me way too much credit.
No, I'm not.
This is the Men2Boys organization. Today we are having our Get Your Mind Right Back to School event, and it's really just to help the kids cultivate a growth mindset and get them ready for the new year. Ramon has been such a great supporter. Where are you going? He's been such a great supporter of the program. He's been one of the original mentors here. I'm now one of the program mentors. Super excited. And
yes.
Honestly, we have Stay True Till Infinity. I want to make sure I get those boys' names right. We had some awesome speakers, and the boys are just really learning more about themselves, how they connect, and how Men2Boys can support them to help them successful for the next year. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that as always.
Yeah, you're doing an amazing job as always. But can you tell us about that first panel that you did with Kadan and Reverend Wilder, right?
Yes, Kadan and Minister Reverend Wilder. Reverend Wilder is one of our original mentors, started with the induction of the program, and then Kadan is one of our new guys who just saw the program and wanted to jump right in there. And we had a small Q&A session to just pretty much get their mindset and why it was important for them to help our mission and what they love most about Men2Boys and how they can support the men that are here in this program and the future guys that we get to join. So thank you so much again for all your support. Thank you again for your support. And honestly, if you want to learn more about Men2Boys, check us out at men2boysmentoring.org.
Yes, check us out.
The group, both those were some phenomenal projects. I can't wait to get into those. But please introduce yourself to the group and tell them a little bit about yourself.
My name is Landon Anderson. My artist name is Gregory Goldwire. I represent my brand, Stay True Till Infinity. So we do music, film, we just started a magazine, we do clothing, obviously, and we're just trying to spread a positive message.
Love that.
I'm Ramon Robinson. I go by Absoloot. That's my stage name. I've been in the music industry for quite a while. I was first signed to Atlantic, then I signed to any label, and then we actually created our own label with a man here, King. And so I've been doing this for a long time. I switched up because I wanted to give more of a positive message, because majority of what everybody gets is negative on the radio and on TV. So I wanted to be able to control my own message.
Love that. Just to get started within our talks, why are you here? Tell me why was it important for you to be here today?
Just to speak to the youth and, identify with, younger people who look like me. And I've kind of grew up in similar situations. I felt like it was important to kind of give them the knowledge that I wasn't given at my age, and to kind of, help show them that it's definitely possible if you stick to your guns and you do what you have to do.
Love that.
Same thing. I mean, growing up around here, I grew up in North Lauderdale, and I never really had anybody around me that was in the music industry, and so I had to learn a lot of what I learned the hard way. And so I wanted to make sure if there's ever anybody that needed that information or even that investment, anything like that, that I'd be able to help guide them and put them on the right track like I am now.
Well, I appreciate you both for being here. Today's theme of the evening is on mindset. And we spoke earlier about cultivating the right mindset, and we spoke more in having a growth mindset. And for you guys to be in the position that you're in today, it took having that growth mindset. What helped cultivate that for you? Was it your surroundings? Was it something internally within you? What helped cultivate the growth mindset that you have here today?
Well, for me personally, I guess just knowing what I always wanted. And not giving up regardless of, being told no or, not given certain opportunities. I knew what I wanted and what I wanted to achieve for myself. So I just really made sure personally that I just stuck with it. And here I am today, still stuck with it and still, pursuing it.
I like that. Hold on to that, sticking with it.
Very similar, obviously, growing up in the same area and wanting to get into the music industry, but also wanting to put out your own message, not doing what the industry is telling you to do, right? And so just being able to do that and hang on to it and being able to make your own money, you have to be a lot stronger mentally than most people, because what people do is they conform. So if they're putting out negative music on the radio, a lot of artists that are looking to get into the industry think they have to make negative music in order to get into the industry. you know, so we kind of created our own thing just outside of that.
Yep.
You guys brought up a point. You said sticking to something, and you also mentioned conformity, and that's one of the big things that we speak about here at Men2Boys in regards to leadership and teaching our youth how not to conform to their surroundings and how to be more of a leader and setting the example, and then sticking with it. You know, finding something that you love, wanting it, pushing forward, pushing through to making it happen. I'm sorry, I'm just nervous with you jumping out here sitting next to me. But just tell me, you know, a lot of us go through so much in life. We have these trials, these tribulations, these obstacles. Several of the young men here sitting in this room have been through a lot in their life, and I'm sure you guys have as well to get where you are today. Tell me what kept you going. What's driven you to just keep at it?
Just wanting a better outcome, a better life for myself, because just growing up, just to give you a quick history, when I was younger, I moved from Maryland and was brought here to Florida, and right away, we didn't have a home, we didn't have anywhere to stay, we stayed in a shelter. So just going through, you know, different situations like that kind of just showed me, okay, you know, I want better for not only myself, but for my family, the people around me. So I wanted to strive to always be better given the circumstances that I grew up in as a younger child to a young adult now, just, you know, making sure that I stick with it, like I said before, and just using that as motivation to, okay, I know where I was and I know where I want to be, and that's kind of like where I always pinpoint my journey to go.
I'm gonna come back to you, Ramon. With you starting in a new place and immediately having to stay in a shelter, how do you feel like that's helped you grow as a person?
Just seeing different trials and tribulations, and seeing, you know, my mother growing up in a single parent home, just knowing what she strived for us was like, okay, if my mom can come from that situation and, you know, change her outcome, so to speak, for herself and for her kids, you know, it's possible for me to do anything. So I kind of just kept that always in the back of my head, like, you know, perseverance is key. So let me just make sure to keep pushing and, you know where I want to be in the end.
I love that. I'm gonna come back to that too with you and your mom. Ramon, please share in regards to your obstacles, the setbacks, what's driven you, what's kept you going in the middle of just going through so much as a child growing up.
A lot of it is just seeing that I can and knowing my history, right? So one of the things that we do now is we talk to the youth a lot about history, because when you understand where you've come from, you'll have a better understanding of where you're going, right? And so understanding the things my father and my mother were able to overcome makes a lot of what I've had to deal with seem small, right? And so I look back at that and I know I can do a lot. I know I can do a lot more than I've done, but I mean, even just tracking my success, that's one of the things that I'm very big on. And so one of the sayings I always say is inch by inch, everything's a cinch. So every day I try to accomplish something, no matter how small it is. And so, you know, you remember starting a label ourselves, right? Young, and now we have over 30 million streams. Like, for us to get past majors independently says a lot about us.
Congratulations. Y'all clap it up for that. 30 million for an independent label with no help is a very big deal. So I definitely want to make sure you don't just jump over that like it wasn't. But continue, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and so just knowing that, so anytime I look at doing anything now, I know I've done an incredible amount, you know, in a short period of time. Even the amount of books we've been able to sell, the amount of streams we've been able to get. We've had the major deals. We've turned down 9 record deals just last year. So understanding that I can do this without relying on anybody, I mean, that gives me a lot of pride. That gives me just a lot to keep on going.